Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Yambo.
It's your boy Dro.
One half for the Unlikely Geeks. We're both halves of the Unlikely Geeks, and we are here today to give you guys all the news that you may have missed over the last week. This week we got a lot of news. They got new Shrek. They got closures of studios. We got
Spider-Man,
Sp-
Batman,
come on.
everything.
All right,
Ain't news. Let's do it.
let's do
You
it.
hype?
Hi, yo. What up, Dro, man? How you been, man?
Good. Hey,
Uh,
how you doing?
I feel like I haven't seen you since like yesterday.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, we had a long Sunday. Your boy needed a breather on Monday. Your boy was running on like 3.5 hours of sleep. I told Yambo like, bro, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I went straight to sleep yesterday, bro. I can't. So,
That's
we
all
back though.
good.
We here. We ready. We got good news. We got big things popping. Hey, the UFC was crazy on Sunday.
UFC was crazy. Knicks won it all. That's why we got the
Knicks
logos.
won it.
We got the logos, to commemorate. This is gonna be a one-time logo, so that way we always remember this episode. So shout out to the Knicks. They went crazy.
Yo, one time on the episode, but guess what? We might throw this on some hoodies. Never know.
They I know, man. I really liked it. I was planning on going to New York right before game 5, bro. And then I looked up tickets and they were way too out of my price range. I said, never mind.
That shit probably was matching Christmas time.
Oh, yeah,
in New York.
It was nuts. It was nuts. And then to see all the chaos, my mom would have been calling me upset. Like, are you okay? Where you at? I see a bus is burning. I see that, so it's probably all better that I didn't go.
Yeah, I seen a lot of social media people I follow. They went the week before just so they could be there, just in case.
Right?
They didn't have to worry about like those super crazy prices.
And that's what I was trying to do too. Like once they went to game 5, I was like, okay, cool. Now I got to go. So I would have spent the week over there, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, one of the food vloggers I watch, his first time in New York. So now he's dropping a whole bunch of food vlogs. His first time eating a New York pizza, chopped cheese, Jamaican food, Chinatown, all that shit. So he's got a whole bunch of new stuff to put out.
I would have done the same thing. It would have been so much content. It would have been great.
Yeah, content. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, Knicks won game 5. Hey, Jalen Brunson went crazy. He had 45 points. The rest of the team had 49 altogether.
Yeah.
Wemby got shut down. He should be a power forward, small forward. They need a center. But yeah, the boys snapped. It was a good game. Well, at the end.
No, it was good, and we went to. I think that was the game plan. Take it easy. Let him tire himself out in the first.
Tired. Yep. And then, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That same shit. And then UFC though.
Yeah, we went to the AMC. Because we movie buffs, so why not go watch the UFC at the AMC? The crazy part is that Joe could have just came to my house for free, but y'all know Joe don't want to come to my house. I live too far, so we went to the AMC movie theaters. And how was that experience, Joe? How did you like going to watch a live event?
I liked watching it there, but they just need better Wi-Fi. That's the whole problem. It kept blacking out, kept blanking, kept what's the word?
Fluttering or whatever. Yeah, like
yeah. It kept being all messed up and it started glitching and
we lost.
Blackout.
Yeah, we missed a knockout punch for the third fight. You know what I mean? Like that was. Yes. Every time it would snap off, the whole crowd would start screaming, no, but it'll come back quick. But here, it snapped on the last punch. So we saw it. We didn't see the dude get knocked down. And then that's when we dipped. We were like, you know what, man, we can't afford to lose out on the next couple fights.
So AMC, it was dope. I like going there, chilling with my boys and everything. We could like stood up, clap and everything, have fun. But please fix your Wi-Fi. And also, when we was leaving, y'all said y'all could not give us no refund. How? I thought about it. How y'all can't give us the refund if we paid y'all the money?
Yeah.
We went through the AMC app and paid y'all the money, and y'all just went and turned the damn Paramount Plus on in the background.
I had Paramount Plus.
Fault. It's y'all shit. My boy Tino was right next to us watching it live on his phone. No glitching.
Me too.
No lags. No blacking out. So AMC, fix y'all Wi-Fi, get y'all shit together because I liked going there. It was no problem with the event itself, but the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so I don't recommend it 100% yet, especially something like a UFC fight. Big boxing event that you got to pay your pay-per-view, $25, way better to go to AMC. But a free UFC fight, just stay home and you know, have your boys drive an hour to your crib, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, and they had some crazy news come out today about the fights. Remember, we was making jokes like they had the snipers on the roof.
Yeah.
They literally, the FBI was saying that they stopped a whole deal. These guys are planning on shooting people and all that crazy stuff. So we called it. We, of course, there's any big event like that where a lot of important people are in one little confined area. Somebody dumb gonna try to come up with an idea, put it online somewhere. They probably were just some fat dudes talking about it with each other, and then don't know the FBI watching everything you text about and talk about, and they got
caught. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good event overall. 7 fights, 7 knockouts. It was dope.
Facts.
And I'm not even a UFC guy. I'm a boxing guy, but it was a lot of fun. And I finally gave Dro my Christmas present that I got him. It only took 6 months, but I gave Dro his Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying? So it was all good. Let's get to the show, bro. We got a lot to talk about today.
News. So we're gonna start with some business. Fox is buying Roku in a $22 billion deal.
So
I have right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Go
right here. Fox Corporation agreed to acquire Roku in a $22 billion cash and stock deal. The merger combines Fox's live sports, news, and Tubi streaming service with Roku's connected TV platform. The goal is to reach over 100 million global households and aggressively compete for digital ad dollars as traditional TV viewership declines. That comes from AP News.
So my thing is a couple. One, I didn't know Fox was still a thing. I thought they got bought out by Disney, which is, you know, all of that. So wouldn't it be Disney is buying out Roku? I don't know how that worked. Two, does that now mean that Tubi is no longer going to be on my LG TV and on my Xbox? Is it just going to be Roku only?
So the whole thing with this was Fox is buying Roku. It was still, I had Googled some questions about this, right? Because I have questions as well. It's still going to be a Roku TV. It's still going to say Roku. The only thing Fox really wants from the deal is for them to have, you know, when you turn the TV on, you got the ads on there. You got, like those the boxes you don't really click on because you go either going to play the game or you're going to go to YouTube or something. So like those little boxes that's advertising like the shows and the news and stuff like that. That's really all they want from the deal, really. That's all this deal is about.
They're gonna pay billions just to have ads.
They want the interface. They want that. They like what Roku has. When you turn that TV on, first thing you see is what's the top shows that they promoting, the top live events, the news sometimes is on there in the corner with the weather and shit like that. They want that to be Fox.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot of money to pay for that, just to pay for normal advertising like a normal company. But again, the fact that it's Fox buying them out is what's confusing. I know it's not on here, but now they're talking about Netflix buying Lionsgate. So Netflix wasn't able to get Paramount. So now they're trying to go to Lionsgate. And Lionsgate are the people who made like all the 50 Cent shows. They own Stars. They do like Hunger Games and all of these movies and stuff. So I think they got money and they're trying to spend it. They're like, yo, we want to buy somebody. I hope they don't though. Cause what was that show Nemesis on Netflix? It's it was made by the same people.
I heard people talking about that.
Yeah, it's made by the same people who made not 50 Cent, but like everybody else who made Power. And it looked different. It looked Netflix quality versus Stars quality. So I would hate
50 Cent talking 50 Cent. They got Den of Thieves and 50 Cent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what they also got Expendables.
Sicario, Hitman's Bodyguard, John Wick.
Yeah.
How You See Me, Step Up.
Yeah, they got all the movies. 50 Cent works with Lionsgate a lot. I mean, 50 Cent Action, which you have on Roku, is through Lionsgate. So if Netflix gets Lionsgate, they get 50 Cent. And I just think the quality of Netflix stuff is not to the level that I like, which is why I don't watch that much Netflix. So I would hate for them to mess up John Wick 6 or, whatever. So I hope they don't get it. I wanted them to get No, I actually didn't want them to get Paramount. I want Warner Brothers too. I don't want Netflix to buy nobody. I need somebody to buy Netflix and make Netflix better. That's my. I hope somebody can purchase Netflix instead of Netflix buying somebody else. That's how it should be.
You know, the bad thing about Fox buying Roku, that's a real, with Fox being a real political, especially these days. Fox has a foot in the politics, right?
Yeah,
Real
they
big
all do.
foot.
Yeah, they all do.
One side hates Fox, one side hates MSNBC. So I guess that might be a percentage of people that won't buy those TVs now, knowing that every time they click the TV on, it's going to have Fox right there in their face. So maybe that's just something they might think about. I'm not saying it's the biggest catalyst of the deal, just something, just just put out there.
Yeah, because yeah, they're very what are they? Red, right? They're
Yeah,
Republican sided. I didn't even think about that, but I mean, maybe Roku TVs are the most inexpensive TVs you could buy. So,
yeah.
I mean, my son has a Roku TV. I don't. Like, my main TV is not Roku. You're not gonna get your main TV, but like your side TVs, your bedroom TVs could be Roku, and I think that's what they want. They're in most houses are Roku television sets.
Yep.
So I guess.
I got a LG downstairs, and then my room one is a TCL.
Yeah, these companies need to stop buying each other out because they have a no monopoly clause in like America where
Yeah,
they try for that not to happen. But
they
at this,
try to like
it's gonna be
dip their toe in it, but not the whole foot across that line.
it's gonna be a monopoly one day because everybody's buying everybody.
You seen that the Congress passed it where Paramount could go ahead and buy Warner
And
Brothers.
as
So
finally, that was a good one. I'm not mad at that one. I'll be mad at Netflix buying anything. I really don't
yeah.
like Netflix. I really don't.
All right. So moving on, we're gonna talk about Spider-Man because it's about to be Spider Day tomorrow morning. Um, so they had news about Spider-Man Brand New Day's runtime. The runtime for Spider-Man Brand New Day is reportedly 2 hours and 30 minutes, right? And then also, like I was saying, tomorrow morning, the official Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer drops 9 a.m. on the East Coast. At the same time, the tickets are gonna go on sale, right? Me and you, we have AMC. We don't go to Regal, right? You know what they're doing with Spider-Man? The same thing they did with Superman. If you got Amazon Prime,
Yeah,
you log
yeah.
on to Amazon Prime, you could buy tickets for Tuesday showing to go see Spider-Man off Fandango, which is Regal, and whatever else company messes with Fandango. And it's not AMC. So you know what Pedro gonna have to do? Pedro gonna have to not look at his phone for 2 whole days until Thursday. Because I'm taking that Thursday off work. If you my boss, I'm sorry. I'm taking Thursday off to
He
go
gonna
see
be
Spider-Man.
sick. He gonna be sick.
Yeah. Spider-Man, 2:30 p.m. showing. Um, I'm gonna be there at 2:30 at AMC. Yeah, man. So what do you think about the runtime of Spider-Man being 2 hour, 2.5 hours? And also, what do you think about Fandango stealing all the good movies and giving it limited release because not everybody gets a chance to buy those? It's limited tickets for that Fandango showing.
And that's what I
What do you think
mean.
about
That's
that?
why I don't want these companies to keep buying each other out because the same thing you're gonna see that was gonna be like, oh, Roku TVs are the only ones that are gonna show the new Family Guy because Family Guy's on Fox. So you're only gonna watch it on Roku. They're gonna give you an incentive. Same thing here. Oh, you can only watch this because if you have Fandango, and I have Fandango, but
Yeah,
I
I got
use
Fandango and I got Amazon Prime. It's just that it's no good Regals
yeah.
in Tampa. We got the University Mall. I don't want to go to Studio Movie Grill.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I hate the most about all of this stuff because they do that. It's kind of like back in the day on the 360 where they were like, "Oh, if you get Soul Calibur on the Xbox, you get Yoda. If you get Soul Calibur on the PlayStation, you get God, you get Kratos." And now you're like, "Damn, I like both, but I can't get one definitive version. Like I can't just get one spot where I can do everything I need. I can't watch all my movies on one thing. I can't do all of this cuz now you got to go and pick and choose and that's trash. I hate that.
It sucks because it's like if you want to do those Fandango showings, do it for the smaller movies. I'm not saying that they don't because I haven't looked into that. I'm not saying that they don't do it with the smaller movies. Don't do it with the movies where we everybody on spoiler high alert, high spoiler alert. Don't go. I'm gonna drop this 2 days earlier and only a certain amount of people can watch it, and everybody else that go to AMC or Cineplex or Adamo movies gotta wait till Thursday. You know what I'm saying? The true fans know the movies. The trailers say everywhere Friday. No, it's everywhere Thursday. If you're a
Yeah.
real movie head like us, you know what I'm saying. So we go Thursday to go see those big movies. The other movies we might wait on the weekends. But when it comes to MCU, DCU, anime movie, any sci-fi game movie, we gonna be there Thursday.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
so they gotta miss us with dropping these big movies 2 days earlier. Keep it with the small movies, you know what I'm saying? That'd be cool. If you want to go, if you hype for one of these like these Sundance movie festival releases, those should be the Fandango releases. Let them go see that shit 2 days earlier. They need the tickets anyway. They need the ticket sales anyways.
That's
Sorry,
well,
I had to do a little rant. My
I
bad.
love it. I love it. AMC does that with like every Monday or so, where at like 7 o'clock you could watch a mystery movie and just go in
Yeah.
there and watch it. And I used to be on that until we started the pod, and then the pod's now on the same time I would be watching that movie. But that's what they, every movie theater's trying to do something to sell their tickets. I think Regal is not number one. I don't even think AMC is number one. I think
I think
Cineplex
it's
might be.
Cinemark. Yeah,
Yeah,
Cinemark.
Cinemark. Cinemark might be number one. So AMC is trying things where now tickets are on discount on Tuesday and Wednesday, where they do the
Yeah.
movie premieres on the mystery movies on Monday. Like they're trying things. So everybody's trying things. And I guess here's their thing is like, yo, these big movies, let's partner up and try to get people in the door. So I ain't
So
mad
what do
at
you
them,
think
but it
about
sucks.
what do you think about the time? 2.5 hours.
Well, every movie nowadays is trying to be super long. Hopefully that just means that they're going to give everybody enough time in the story instead of rushing through it like a lot of these movies that fill a lot of characters. Because we know Spider-Man movies have 10 million bad guys in there. There's like one main bad guy, but there's like 4 small bad guys. There's 3 side characters, 2 things, and also Spider-Man is now relearning himself and reintroducing himself to the world. So there's so much story going on that 2.5 hours sounds, I mean, understandable. Now, will somebody sit through it? Are there going to be parts where we're going to think, oh, you should have cut that out? Probably. But yeah, no, I think it makes sense. I mean, what was Masters of the Universe? That was like 2.5 hours also.
Yeah,
So, and
facts.
that flew
So
by. So if it's a good movie, it's going to fly by.
so piggybacking off of what you're saying, 2.5 hours I think is a good time for this movie, especially for the MCU fans. Even though it's a Sony slash MCU movie, um, we want them to be able to put all the story into this movie that they can. That's going to be connecting to Doctor Doom, I mean Doomsday, and also Secret Wars, because Spider-Man is a big part of Secret Wars coming out in the future. Um, it's going to give time for the new characters. There's a lot of big characters in here. Sadie Sink is here. There's rumors that she might be actually playing Jean Grey. I know we've been talking about that for months and months. So the characters, and also like you're saying, it's kind of like a mini reboot. He is alone now. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows his name. He's turned into somebody else. I think he's actually going through spider puberty now. I think his spider sense is about to be actual, not because it was calling him Peter Tingles. Remember that?
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
they're going to be actual spider senses. And I think they're going to transform his mechanical webs into organic webbing, and he's going to get 10 times stronger. So I'm with the 2.5 hours, like you said, especially if it's good, it's gonna fly by. And if there is parts of the movie that should be cut, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So I think it's a good idea. So I have a question for you and all the other unlikely geeks out there. Who are your top 3 Spider-Man in the movies? Not the 100,000 Spider-Man variations we have in the comic books,
Yeah.
but out of the 4 main Spider-Man that we have now, 4 Spider-Man we have now, who's your top 3? Somebody's getting cut.
Oh, so we just shitting on one person. All right, bet.
Yep.
My number one is Amazing
So your
Spider-Man.
favorite.
Yeah, my
So your
number one.
favorite.
My favorite is
Okay.
Andrew
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Ooh.
That those 2 movies, he played his role so well. I wanted a number 3. Like he was my favorite. But it's a hard question, bro, because they're all good. Like Tom Holland's been in like 20 of these movies, so you got to see him grow up in it, whatever. But he's my number 3, and it's because number 2 is nostalgia. Like that was my first Spider-Man. That was, and then I'm not even considering the cartoon Spider-Man because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm not the biggest fan of the voice actor. Now that Spider-Man itself, dope Spider-Man. But the voice actor, not my guy. But the Spider-Man in the movie, super cool. He was Puerto Rican, blah, blah, blah. We know this. We know I love him for these reasons. We know it. We know our bias. When I have bias,
Yeah.
I have bias. I don't care. But I'm gonna tell you right now that it is Amazing Spider-Man, regular Spider-Man, and then the the new Spider-Man. That's my ranking.
So my top 3 Spider-Man movie Spider-Man from the bottom. I'm gonna start at 3. My third one is gonna be Miles Morales. Miles Morales, like you just said, he's the Boricua Arachnid. He is our Puerto Rican brother. And that first Spider Into the Spider Verse was ridiculously crazy. That now all these all these animated movies coming out are trying to copy or trying to revamp
Yeah.
that type of style or do their own thing. So number 3, Miles Morales. Number 2, I'm gonna go with your boy Tom Holland. That's Under Rules. He came in the Civil War. He did his thing. He fought Ant-Man. He had all the good jokes. I'm excited to see how he evolves. Hopefully they give him the real Black Venom suit in Secret Wars, please. And I want to see that Future Foundation suit, the all white. And my number one, of course, gonna be your boy Tobey Maguire. We grew up with the original Spider trilogy, 1 and 2. Number 3 was but definitely Tobey Maguire is my number one Spider-Man right now. So to my Unlikely Geeks fans, who are your top 3? Somebody got to get cut. We're not doing 4. Somebody's getting cut.
All right. Now that we got all that out there, I want to say you kind of changed the rules on me. You talking about Miles Morales my favorite because the movie was the best. I'm talking about Miles Morales the character. Like I don't.
I was saying he's our Boricua Arachnid, our brother. That's why I said
that's cheating. That's cheating. What I'm saying is if we talk
my
about
favorite movie though, I kind of base it off that because my favorite Spider-Man movie is the original um uh Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, so if we talking movies, then I would go Spider-Man 1, the original. I would go Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. I think Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Two
Yeah,
for sure.
I think it was Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then I
Yep.
might go with the Into the Spider-Verse 1.
Spider-Verse.
So I would do those 3.
Okay.
But if I'm talking Spider-Man, just the Spider-Man himself, yeah, I'm kicking cartoon Spider-Man out of here.
Facts. Yeah, for me, Andrew Garfield, I wasn't really digging Andrew Garfield.
I loved him.
That's why he got cut for me. My boy was skateboarding.
I loved it.
When the hell Spider-Man?
No, he's just a cool guy, bro. Like
he a cool Spider-Man.
He was dope. Yeah.
Hey, what they say? Honorable mention. He's not a movie Spider-Man, but what they did with My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man on Disney Plus, that's a really good cartoon. If you didn't see that, for people out there, for all Unlikely Geeks, if you did not see the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man on Disney Plus, go see that. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Well, we doing letters. I definitely give it an A.
Yeah.
I definitely give it an A.
Yeah. Well, if we talk about all Spider-Man, that Spider-Man game. All right, let's go to the next story.
That's Spider-Man. Yeah. All right, so the next story, we're going to talk about the Duffer Bros. The Duffer Brothers will write and direct a new film that will release in theaters on November 3rd, 2028. There's very minimal information on this. Actually, there's no information on here at all. The Duffer Brothers, of course, they did Stranger Things. They produced the new Netflix show on here called The Burrows, which I loved. Yambo, please watch it with your mom and your dad, please, so you can talk about it with me and we can spoil it for people. And the Duffer Bros have a distinct look and feel. That's a good thing about these duo directors. You know what I'm saying? Once they get in their bags, like Joe and the Russo Bros, you know what I'm saying? Once they get in their bag, they can't go wrong. That's why they do all the Avengers movies. But the Duffer Bros, they got that classic nostalgic feeling when it comes to the shots, the coloring, and also the music and the sounds. So with all that being said, what type of movie would you want to see the Duffer Bros do? Scary, love, sci-fi, history, whatever.
Well,
but knowing the way they shoot their stuff,
right,
and the type of way they shoot it, what would you like to see from the Duffer Bros in the big screen? That will make, if they had to make $1 billion movie, that would make $1 billion movie to you. What kind of movie would that be?
All right, so you changed the question on me. Because this movie will not make $1 billion just because of the franchise. But what I was saying was, uh, just based on how movies nowadays are leaning towards being video game adaptations. So I'm thinking what video games they should be directing, right? So my mind immediately went to video games that I think that would fit their stuff. So I
The
made a
Duffer
list.
Bros.
Yeah. So I made a list of video games that I think if they took over, they'll be able to do them justice. And I made a list.
No. I got a separate question for which video game you want to see.
No, I
today.
do. Okay, I got question. I got answers for that.
So
I'm
you
talking.
got two different answers.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Listen, I know.
So you would like to see the Duffer Bros make a video game movie? What you're saying?
If they have to, like, because I can't
Okay.
I can't come
can
up with
dig
the, because right now they've done movies based on like scary movies like The Thing.
Yeah.
They've done little things with like the um
The Goonies
the
feel,
Goonies,
It
yeah.
feel,
So they've done
stuff
that.
like that.
So
All right.
if they're gonna probably stay on that lane forever, but if somebody tells them like they did with homie from The Weapons, where they're like, yo, you're gonna do this movie based on a video game now, right? So if they go to these guys, and they're like, yo, now you're gonna do a movie based on a video game. The movies
Facts.
based on a video game they should do
I like that.
it's probably Life is Strange, right? Life is Strange is a video game where you pick and choose what you do. You play a little girl in a small town and she finds out she has superpowers. Again, it sounds a lot like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So, small town mystery, teen protagonist. You got supernatural elements. You got emotional stuff. You got nostalgia. That's exactly what they do already. So do that on the big screen for Life is Strange. The second
Mhm.
one, Alan Wake. Alan Wake is a very
Mm.
story heavy sci-fi kind of like mystery, supernatural, small town,
Yeah.
missing people,
Yeah.
weird reality, that kind of deal. And the other one is Oxenfree, which is a game I believe that is on Netflix. And that one's weirder. That's like a side scroller. That's a real off left field one.
Okay.
I didn't play the game.
I like to call it a deep cut.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. It's a game that I played a little bit of, but I could see them doing it. Not a game I beat, not a game I really enjoyed all that much. But again,
Yeah.
teen cast, paranormal stuff. You got a mystery island, so those would be my top three if they had to do a movie video game for them specifically. I got other games that could be movies, but for them specifically, it would be those three games.
So for me, the type of movie I would like to see the Duffer Bros do, I would like to see a legit slasher horror film. Like when I think about the way that Duffer Bros do their thing, I think of like if I want to do horror, I'm thinking like how Freddy Krueger was back in the day, like a Freddy Krueger or like a Jason, a Voorhees type movie, like a rated R. Give us the real scaries because they gave us like these the Demigorgons was kind of scary, but not for us. I can watch Stranger Things and turn off all my lights. I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? The Burrows had a little bit of that as well, but I feel like they could really get in a bag if they really went rated R. Like give us, that them high school kids getting hunted down by some type of demon, or like Freddy Krueger. Man, do Freddy Krueger. Let the Duffer Bros do a retro. I would still like to be a retro movie. I like how they do the neon lights, and I think that's their thing. Neon lights and the retro music. I love that shit. So definitely a horror movie from the Duffer Bros would be my pick for that.
Yeah, they do horror already, so just doing it on a big screen just means now they have to consolidate 8 to 12 episodes into 2 hours, which could be very hard, and it could be something that they don't do very well. So that's risky because they're very much TV people.
This Duffer Bros movie gonna have nips in it, so we definitely going rated R with it. All right, moving on to rated R. Colin Farrell that did The Penguin, the series on HBO. Colin Farrell says he only appears in 2 scenes as the Penguin in the Batman Part 2. What do you think about that with the Penguin being such a big deal on HBO Max, being one of the best shows they ever created to me?
Love
For
it.
the Penguin to have, love it. Okay.
Why? Why do I love it? Because one, we already have a whole series of him, and he was the main boss basically of the first movie. We don't need to rehash that movie. Have him in there. Have the we could see a little bit of what happened. We could see a little bit about what happened after the end of the show. and then we get a tease of the. Those are the two scenes. See what happens after the show, and then tease what's going to happen next season because there is going to be a new season. This movie is going to be about what? Who was it? Not the Riddler. It's about who, have they announced who
Well,
the bad guy
nobody,
is?
no. The main antagonist on here has not been reported. It's only been
Rumored.
speculated that it could be the Quarter Owls. So it could be
Got you.
it's a group of
Yes.
bad guys. But they're, you know how Batman and Spider-Man, they have a big rogue gallery. So Penguin will be in here. They reportedly casted the Winter Soldier. I forgot his name. Sorry, I didn't bring that up. They casted the Winter Soldier guy to be Harvey Dent, Two Face,
Yeah.
in here. They got Scarlett Johansson in here playing his wife. She's a bad guy as well. But those are going to be like his rogue gallery. But the main overarching is supposed to be the Quarter Owls.
Yeah, and there's so many in the Quarter Hours to explain who they
Yeah.
are, to all of that. You're not gonna have time for the Penguin again to be do what his gangster stuff. So leave that to the show. Just go in there, let us know what happened after season 1, and let us see what's gonna come in season 2. That's all we need. 2 scenes, perfect. Love it. Move on. So I'm cool with that.
Cool with that as well. Moving on. A lot of stuff. Chris Sanders is set to direct a sequel to the live action Lilo and Stitch remake. Sanders co-created and co-directed the original animated film. That's why it's such a big deal. They let go of the other guy, and you know what? They said, bring back homeboy that did the original. We need that. They also reports on here that they're giving more money for this movie. Let me bring up what I have.
But the thing with me is the first movie was actually good. I love that first movie, the first live action. I don't think they, they made their changes and people were upset, but I still think it was a good film. I don't know if they fired that director or if his schedule conflicted and he couldn't do a second one. I hope it's that because they shouldn't have fired him. The movie was damn near $1 billion movie. It got good reception. It was a good movie. So to do a second one without him, we'll see what they do now.
So when you were a kid, of course, when you were a kid, you watched Lilo and Stitch, the cartoons, right?
A little bit, yeah, for sure.
A little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't. Man. I was not a Disney kid. I was a Nickelodeon kid. I was a Cartoon Network kid. Then at third, I was a Disney kid. Now with the Disney live action shows, I was into those more, but I wasn't into the Disney cartoons as much.
So I watched probably every Lilo and Stitch cartoon. I watched all the animated movies.
They did an anime, right? They did like an anime. Japanese anime. Yeah, see, you're not a big fan. He fake.
I'm a fake.
He a fake fan. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
So, my question to you is, which experiment was your favorite in the cartoons?
So there weren't that many that I could remember off the top of my head. Of course, I remember Ruben, who was the yellow one that always made sandwiches.
That's my favorite experiment, bro. That was me growing up. I was like, I love sandwiches. Ruben know all the sandwiches. Me and Ruben can eat nonstop Cuban sandwiches.
I mean, see, you can't go wrong with a Cuban sandwich eating dog next to you. Like what you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. Sparky is the other one I remember with electric. Yeah. So I mean, it's got to be him. I used to be pretty quick back in the day. Now my asthma kicks my ass, so I'm not as fast. But yeah, Sparky. I'll choose Sparky or Ruben, like I said, because we be.
So they said that they're not gonna do like Stitch with a glitch. They're not gonna do part 2. They're not gonna do a live action of part 2, but hopefully they introduce. Well, they had the Easter eggs on there where they showed all the other experiments in the hologram. So hopefully this one they do introduce his cousins. Hopefully they do bring Ruben in because Ruben will be hilarious. We need more more jokes. They're gonna bring Angel. They're gonna bring Angel. They're gonna bring Ruben. I'm very excited. I love
Dro has seen this show a lot because he got the voices down pat. He said, "Hey,
yo,
Ruben."
I was like 10, 11 years old doing that shit, bro.
You sound like Pokemon,
Stage, bro.
My pretty.
But yeah, question is for you guys out there. Which experiments would you like to see in Lilo Stitch Part 2 when they release the movies?
I bet.
All right, moving on, moving on.
I see what you're
All right,
doing here
it's
with the
so
show, Dro. I see what you're doing with this
we
show.
leveling up, bro. Hey, tell them what happened this week. Tell them who inquired
Oh yeah,
if they
listen,
don't know.
guys. You guys know I've been playing a lot of games on stream. Um, Trees Hate You, uh, Platform 8, just a bunch of video games. And I guess one of the videos that we did for Trees Hate You, or Trees Hate Me, Trees Hate Us, whatever, they saw it and they wanted us to play their new game that they were developing. And so it's a basketball game, really cool. Shout out Pierce Games, shout out John. And yeah, so I played the game, sent them over, my reaction to playing the game. They loved it. Dude emailed me back immediately saying, yo, me and my wife are dying laughing. Uh, we would love to use your clips on our page to help promote our game and, potentially help promote you. I'm like, hell yeah. So we did so. Go check out that. It's a whole compilation video that I posted, and he's just posting little clips here and there of me, trying the game. It's a hard game. The demo's out now. The link is on that video on YouTube. So if you want to try it out yourself, let me know if you get past level 4, because I cannot. And it wasn't that I was trying not to. I literally could not. I played 30 minutes and couldn't get past level 4. So I want to see what level 5, 6, 7 look like. So show me.
So shout out to, you said Josh?
John.
Oh, shout out to John, man. Like, your boy Dro need a game to test out too. I was thinking for an idea, John. I was thinking of a paper football field goal flicker. You know what I'm saying? That would go crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? Just in case you take the idea and make a game, hit your boy Dro up. I'll make a clip with that.
All right, cool. Dro, me and Dro have been talking all week. Like, yo, I need you to stream more. I need you to stream more. He's like, I'm not a gamer, bro. I watch movies, dog. Like, I'm not gonna play games like that. Get your ass in the video game controller, bro. Let's play some games, man.
Speaking of games,
I love it.
Speaking of your boy Yambo's Field right here. Filming for the live action Dead by Daylight movie is officially set to begin in 2027 under Blumhouse and Atomic Monster.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Dead by Daylight, what kind of game is that for people that don't know that game?
So it's one of those games where it's one bad guy versus a bunch of different people. They've done that a lot with Friday the 13th. They did it with the Clowns from Outer Space. They did it with Evil Dead. I think it's called isometric multiplayer. So it's one major bad guy trying to find and kill. Mostly horror games that do it. But Dead by Daylight was one of the first ones to do it, and the one has been doing it the longest. They're able to, now that it's so big, it's kind of like the Fortnite of scary games, where they'll add new characters. So you have Scream when the Scream movie comes out. You have Evil Dead in there. You'll have La Chupacabra, or, whatever. So it's one of those games. It's fun. Not my type of game. I don't play multiplayer games. I don't like, messing around with other people having to protect me or not. Let me protect myself. Single player. I'll just do it alone. You're going to let me die. I'm not messing with you. So it's one of those type of games. The fact that they're making it into a movie kind of confuses me, because again, it is so IP heavy, where they are partnering with Scary Movie. They are partnering with Jason. They are partnering with Freddy. So if they're making their own movie, they're going to be making their own bad guy. Now they got to make a bad guy that's good enough to be up there with all these other ones, which is a lot of pressure.
So I do have a little bit of information on here. So the director is an Icelandic filmmaker, Thordur Paulson. He's known for the Valhalla Murders and The Damned. It's going to be written by Alexandre Asia, that did Crawl and The Hills Have Eyes, and also by David Leslie Johnson, who did The Conjuring 2. The one information we do have about this movie, it says the confirmed locations in the movie will feature the game's recognizable and iconic settings, including Greenville and the Macmillan Estate. So with that information of Greenville and the Macmillan Estate, what's your take on that?
So again, it's a location that they're doing it, not a bad guy. So they're still got to create their own bad guy. Having the estate is going to be fun, because people who play the game a lot, I've played the game maybe like less than a dozen times. Like, I haven't played it that much. So, but there are people who do play it religiously, probably know, okay, if you jump 2 steps to the right, there's a bush. You go to the left, they're going to see the house over there. You're going to go over here. Now you go underground. So they're probably going to be looking for all of that kind of nuisance, those little like not Easter eggs, but they want to see that it's a 1-to-1 recreation of the game, land, which is dope. If they're able to do a 1-to-1 recreation, super cool. But again, who's going to be the bad guy? The bad guy has to be as bloody as Hard Eyes, as whatever, because there aren't that many new slasher films out there. Hard Eyes.
Exactly.
So they're going to be creating a new slasher film, basically, is what they're doing.
I dig it. Like I said, with the Duffer Bros, I would want them to bring their own a new slasher into the universe.
There we go. Duffer Bros will be the ones to come over and take over. This new director's gonna be like, I don't want to do it no more. Duffer Bros come in.
Facts. All right. So with that being said, which video game would you like to see be made into a movie? And also, question B, like I tried to say before, if you had to make, which video game do you think could make $1 billion in your opinion? And also, which one would you like to see make $1 billion?
Grand Theft Auto
could make $1 billion. Grand Theft Auto.
Get a Grand Theft Auto movie. It's a gangster flick. It's a hood classic. It could be anything, because Grand Theft Auto could be San Andreas. It could be Miami Vice. It could be The Godfather. You could do whatever with it. They were actually supposed to do a Saints Row movie back when Saints Row 2 came out, and it was supposed to be like headlined by 50 Cent. He was going to help produce it. It never went nowhere. If they did a Saint Row movie, because again, they killed the video game franchise. If they did the movie version, it could reignite the love for the franchise. That would be a good one, because I doubt that Grand Theft Auto, that the Rockstar is going to be like, yeah, let's make a movie, because movies don't come out the best most of the time. We're in a renaissance where they're good now, but you know what I mean?
I don't remember, right? I love the Get Rich or Die Trying video game, right?
Awesome. No, it's called Bulletproof.
Bulletproof. Was Tony Yayo in it?
Yes.
Okay, so bro, like you said, bro, make that movie. Tony Yayo right now, he's so hilarious. Like they can have the action, crazy, drug, stealing money or whatever, and Yayo will be the funny parts of that movie, bro. That'll be
Bulletproof.
Crazy, bro.
The people hated the story of Bulletproof. People hated the story of Blood on the Sand. People hated everything about 50 Cent games. You and me are the only people that love those games. I want another 50 Cent game.
We love that game, bro. We love that game. I think it's certain things when it comes to like movies and video games. Sometimes it might not be for everybody, but guess what? It's some shit called a hood classic, and Bulletproof is a hood classic, and it went platinum in the hood. That's just a saying for y'all. If y'all ain't know that. If I had to make a video game into a movie, I would want, if does this count? I would want them to redo the Warriors. Sometimes I just like those retro movies, bro.
Well, the Warriors was a movie first.
Make the Warriors.
No,
well, I'm saying I would want them to redo it.
No, that's not a video game movie.
So we can see a newer.
That's not.
It's a movie, video game, and then there'll be a movie.
No, completely wrong. No, give me another one. Give me another one. That's completely off.
Oh man, no, that's what I had on my head.
No, bro. Warriors being a video game has nothing to do with nothing, because Warriors was the extended version of the movie, where in the movie, so it's a movie first. It's actually, I think, a book first. So it was a book to a movie to a video game based on the movie, and then to bring it back to a movie doesn't mean that it's based on the video game. You see what I'm saying?
So, all right, I guess let's see an easy answer. I'll say Red Dead, because they are doing Far Cry. So let's just, you know what, they can redo the renaissance of the cowboy movies. So let's do Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead, BioShock, which they were supposed to do on Netflix a long time ago. Mass Effect.
Prototype. Yes.
Prototype will cost too much money to make, bro. You're gonna have to destroy a whole world.
I don't care. $250 million. We're making $1 billion.
It would be too graphic too. That would be a rated beyond R. Like that movie might touch NR. You know, like or what is it? What's the one where they NC-17? Like it's gonna be too much. Yeah. Because with the blood and gore. Control,
all
like I was saying before.
My first answer didn't count, but still speaking on that, I still would like a Warriors rebooted movie. I would love to see that with the young. I got to think for up and coming actors. Like throw a whole bunch of them young guys in there. I want to see them boys go crazy, man. I love the Warriors.
Warriors was incredible, but Warriors back then they were using bats and knives and wood.
I would keep it. I would keep it in that time. I was trying to reboot it with new people.
All right, but people hate those kind of movies. Rebooting it with the same, not rebooting it in
Well, the
2026.
motorcycle movie was wrong when they had that motorcycle movie with the dude that played Elvis and the guy that played Venom. I don't know these dudes' names.
The
That movie
bikers.
were great. I
That's
still
not a
watch
remake.
Grease. We watch Grease Lightning to this day like it ain't nothing. We got
Yeah,
Grease on
but you're
rewind.
not remaking Grease Lightning. You're not gonna remake.
No, you're right, because that Grease 2 was horrible.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Look at them. They try to do uh Mean Girls again as a musical. They tried. They're actually making The Warriors a musical. The Warriors is coming back
That,
as a
that
Broadway
might be fire.
musical. But what I'm saying is that just to remake for remake's sake to have some new kids in there, that's not good. If you have a new idea,
Don't shoot my hopes down.
bow, bow. Listen, if you have a new idea, then it's cool. Like Scarface, for example. The first Scarface came out in the 30s and it was about prohibition and liquor and all of that.
Mhm.
Then they remade it with a Cuban about cocaine, which is completely different. They just took the aspect of somebody starting from nothing, going to the top, and then coming back down. That's the story they reused. It
But
wasn't a
guess what they're
remake.
doing? Now they're going backwards. They're going back to the Spanish kid being in the damn prohibition.
No, I don't even I
Yeah,
don't believe that rumor. I don't believe that rumor.
It's not rumor they ain't making that movie. It's
No,
with the
bro.
kid from that played Falcon.
They've been talking about this for years. It was supposed to be a black dude from Africa coming to sell marijuana. And then they threw that out.
Changed.
And then
Yeah,
so
it's not bad anymore. So they said the homeboy supposed to go play the one from 1930. So hey, let's just say that comes out good. We all gonna go see it anyway.
yeah, sure.
Hopefully,
Dro got me on one. This is a whole different show right now. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the remakes to remake and the reason for the remake, like it has to have the same soul. You cannot just remake the Warriors and just be like, all right, cool, let's just have a bunch of people scream Warriors, come out and play. Just because you want to hear a new person's voice. Get out of here. No, sir. Go watch the movie again.
I wanna see Samuel Jackson be like Warrior. Like I wanna
Maybe he'll do the musical. Yo, but speaking of the musical, the album for the musical is out on iTunes. I've heard it. I listen to it periodically. It's good. Go listen to that musical. You could picture the musical in your head. Go listen to that on Apple.
I'm so upset. I thought you was gonna agree with me.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. He just want to remake to remake sake. Let's remake Unlikely Geeks and have two girls in here just randomly. Just replace you and me. But nothing's different. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I spend money on that, bro? No, I don't agree. I don't agree at all.
Okay, what about a Warriors? Because you could do any TV show. What about the Warriors TV series?
So every episode they're fighting. Every episode they're fighting against another crew. We already know how it's gonna end.
Deeper, you can add more shit to it. You know what I'm saying? Girls and other problems and stuff like that. But with that setting, the Warrior setting.
You just want to be in what was it, like 70s or 80s New York? Like you just want to be.
Yeah, I think it was like early 80s.
Yeah, you just want to be in the 80s New York. You just want to see hippies,
B-boys.
Yeah,
hippies, B-boys, like that shit fire, bro. The subways with the graffiti and shit.
They did a show like that on Netflix. It had the kid from Pokemon, the live action Pokemon that he was on HBO. Not on my block. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, on my block is different. On my block was
something
some Spanish
Heights?
kid. Yeah, bro, something like that.
Into the Heights.
No. In the Heights was something different as well. This was a show. This was a show that cost Netflix the most money of any show they ever produced in one season. The season was well received, but they couldn't afford to do more. I forget the name of it, but we'll remember another time. Or while Joe talks.
Yeah, because the whole thing with like you said, they did the Scarface shit. I wouldn't want to see the Warriors with the new way. You say it's just guns. It's just something about like what's the movie? What's the book we used to read back in the day when they had not the Runaways, not the movies. Pony Boy.
No,
Outsiders.
Outsiders. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's something to do like West Side Story, Outsiders. I love that. You know, I like the throwback stuff, bro. So I wouldn't want to do a Warriors in a new age because it's gonna be guns and YNs and YCs
and that's what I'm
YCCs
and that's what I thought you wanted. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
No, I like the setting back in the day, and I think like you said, okay. So if they did a TV series, it'd probably be dope. That back in the day, I want to see the bandanas with the vest with the froze and that'd be fire, bro.
The Get Down is the name of the show I was looking
Get
for.
Down.
The Get Down. So that lasted one season in 2016, but was canceled because it was the most expensive show Netflix could have produced at that time. And yeah, but you want The Get Down. Go watch that again, bro. Go watch.
Like, I've never even seen it Get Down.
You want to get
said, homeboy from Pokemon. I don't like bro from Pokemon.
Yeah,
I don't like none of his movies that he
go watch it. It's 11 episodes. You'll like that.
I tried to watch Now You See Me 3 or whatever it was. I'm like, bro, God sucks.
All right, go to the next story, bro. You over there, you tripping.
All right. Our next story, we're gonna talk more video games. EA plans to start putting ads directly into gameplay. So I have a little excerpt here. EA launched new EA advertising team that will add ads to the game starting in sports titles. It says integrate directly into gameplay through dynamic real-time placements from stadium signage to custom in-game content designed to enhance, not disrupt the player experience. EA advertising expanding EA's ecosystem by enabling brands to integrate directly into gameplay through dynamic real-time placements from stadium signage to custom in-game content designed to enhance, not to disrupt, the player experience. In these interactive gameplay environments, brands become part of the game itself, reflecting how players engage with advertising in real-world context. Brands can activate across live environments, tailoring placements to meet campaign objectives and update campaigns with ongoing optimization informed by
you're saying a lot. You're saying a lot. You're saying a lot. Listen, the point is, they're gonna be putting the Coca-Cola brand on the billboard when you're playing Madden.
Yeah,
they're gonna be
like that.
They're gonna be like, okay, but the difference is what they're saying is they're gonna be changing it up. So you might see Sprite, you might see Coca-Cola, you might see this.
Yeah,
it's not something that they haven't been doing. It's just gonna be more dynamic. They're gonna be adding things. Now, what's gonna be crazy is they've done this for years. Like Need for Burnout Paradise back in 2000, I don't remember, probably 15 or something, when Obama was running for president. They had the Obama like logo and stuff on the game, on the billboard, advertising him, so, in the multiplayer. So it's not something new. What I think would be bad if they do is if they're like, okay, now you're wearing this shirt that's Sprite colored, or you're doing this, now your character has to drink Pepto-Bismol for some reason. Like, that makes no sense. But if it's just advertisement in the game, like EA Sports, and then the Bucks and the Eagles are fighting, and the stadium signage on the corners are all different, cool, bro, do whatever, make your money. Maybe you stop charging us and nickel diamonding us for all these microtransactions.
So the thing with this, like, I read that and I was like, that's fine, because like the main game, 2K, when you playing your 2K player, right? When you walk around the city, they have stores, and all the stores is Puma, Reebok, Nike, right? They had the one year where it was Gatorade was the big thing, where when your guy was doing so good in the game, you press R2 and now you juiced up by the Gatorade. Everything, like you said, turn orange, like the Sprite example you said. Everything turns orange and you Gatorade, you juiced up. So they was already doing that. And with like the football shit, they already got the advertisement on the sides, the billboards and shit like that. What might be a little different, instead of when they do the replays, they might have the interface, might have like the Sprite on the side, like Sprite going down there, Sprite replay of the week or stuff like that, which I don't mind. It's all it is just replicating real life anyways. When we're playing Madden, my player on Madden or whatever like that, the whole thing is getting your sponsorships. So if I wear an Oakley visor on my helmet, I'm getting stuff for wearing my Oakley visor. Then Jordan, like, oh, you're doing so good. Wear the Jordan mouthpiece. So there's all, and then when you're creating your player, it's showing you all the, on 2K, it's showing you all the J's. So it's really going out and be like, damn, I like those J's. In real life, I'm gonna go buy them. So I don't see a big problem with it, especially when it comes to sports games. If it comes to sci-fi or fiction, nonfiction, that's
what's gonna happen.
That's where it's the problem.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying. That's what this is now telling us. Oh, when you go play Crash Bandicoot, now he's gonna be jumping on the Dorito. He's gonna be jumping on the Dorito branded space.
A Coke pop or some shit.
Facts. So that's gonna be the issue, and we just got to deal with it. Because I just hope that they make enough money doing that they stop charging us to buy like microtransactions, like on Fortnite, you buying
Yeah,
different shoes and stuff. Go make that
bro.
money with the advertisers and let me play a game for the price I paid it for. You know what
Have
I'm
you
saying?
have you did My Park in 2K before? Like just to
Yes.
start it? Like,
Yeah, I've
bro,
tried it.
it's a
Yeah.
mall.
Yeah.
It's a mall. You literally dive
It's
yourself in there. It's literally a mall.
it's an open world. Yeah, you walk around, you see people playing in the courts, you wait in
It's
line.
like,
I
oh,
know how it
I
go.
don't have. I'm a 67 overall. I don't got enough VC points. Guess what? Microtransaction. I could go put $100 real life dollars, buy these VC coins, go to the mall inside this video game and buy the J's. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy work, bro.
It's
That's
been
some
like that for
crazy
years.
work.
Yeah, it's been like
Yeah,
that for years, and it started
yeah.
because and actually the first microtransaction. Fun fact: the first microtransaction was from Elden Ring, where
Mm,
you could get a suit for your horse, and that suit cost like I don't remember how much it cost, but it was crazy priced. And they
yeah.
were like, "We're still gonna do it." People bought it, and then other companies were like, "Ooh, hold up, we gonna sell stuff." So it's really Elden Ring that started, or Elder Scrolls that started
Elder
that.
Scrolls.
Yeah. So
Facts, facts.
that was the first game that started that. Yeah, let's get to the last thing. We got 5 minutes left, but the last news story was Xbox is closing a lot of studios. There's rumors that they're closing a lot more. The problem is Xbox bought everybody last year, or over the past couple years, and now these companies are getting shut down. The biggest one is what's the name of the company? You had the name?
So this the one is Compulsion Games,
Compulsion.
and it brought South of Midnight. And before you go, South of Midnight I heard was such a good game, and I
Hmm.
didn't even hear it from you. Usually I hear all my information, game information from you. I heard it from other people that you gotta try this game,
Yeah.
and
South
I'm
of
like,
Midnight. South of Midnight was great because it had the same kind of different animation that you had in Spider-Man that we were talking about earlier. And it was just a really fun game. It was about New Orleans, where it was a different kind of story. You didn't see that before. The problem was the action wasn't as good. The story was great. The heart of it, like what you did in the game was really cool, but the action wasn't all the way there. And it was a small game, went straight to Game Pass, didn't sell as much, and so they closed that studio down, which sucks, which means we're not getting a two. The problem is that game, even though it got shut down, that company won awards for that game. They won Game of the Year awards for that game, and they still got shut down. So even if the critics love you, even if the fans love you, you still could get closed. And that's the scary part. Now they're saying id Software might get closed. id Software is a company that made Wolfenstein. They made Doom. They made all of these like real big. id Software is one of the first video game studios in video games. They created the first person shooter. Doom was the first game that was a first person shooter like that.
the
So
one
they
for me is
Bethesda. Bethesda.
Bethesda. That's the one.
So
That's the one.
they're closing all the studio people that work for Bethesda that are not making Fallout games or Elden Scrolls games, which means the team that made Starfield, gone. The team that might be working on something different, gone. id Software, I don't know if it was id or if it was Bethesda, I forget. But one of them just made the Indiana Jones video game, gone.
And I heard that was good.
Great game, gone. You would know if you kept your Game Pass. BioWare. BioWare is out of here. BioWare made Mass Effect. BioWare made Dragon. They
Wow.
made Dragon Age. BioWare. So these are the big companies. This ain't like just some small mom and pop shop. These are huge game companies that sell a lot. The problem is Xbox bought them. Xbox is bleeding money. Xbox don't know what they're doing next. Xbox is trying to make a new console, but at the same time don't have the parts and the money because everything's getting more expensive. Xbox is changing up their management. They're changing up how they sell their games. Game Pass costs $30. Now it costs $22. So there's less, money coming in. And Game Pass, I love it. Dro don't even have it. So there's so many more people like Dro than there are people like Yambo. So they're losing money. They got to get rid of it and they got to save. They're basically throwing water off a ship that has a hole the size of a freaking Xbox in it. You know what
Like
I'm
that.
saying? Right.
Yeah.
So they're bleeding money and they're desperate and they're losing everything. And we're gonna lose out on amazing games. It's very hard to be a game developer now. It just sucks. Because not only that, it's happening with Xbox, it's happening with Ubisoft, it's happening with everybody. Sony's doing it. Listen, dog. They announced a video game last week. I'm so upset.
Hey, my boy said, listen, dog.
They announced the game last week. They announced Senua, right? It's the third game in the Hellblade Senua series. The first one, incredible. Second one, really good. They just announced the third one 8 days ago, and that studio is rumored to be getting shut down. And so what they're saying is that Xbox already knew they were going to close them. Xbox allowed them to be on the showcase because one, they already had them as part of it, and they didn't want to change the timing of everything. But two, now that Senua has been announced and people can see it, they're hoping, the company that's making it is hoping that another company will see that and be like, oh, if Xbox lets you go, we're going to buy you out. So that way you could keep making this game and release it. But that doesn't always happen. It's happened before with a couple games, but like, what's it? Hi-Fi Rush, where that company got shut down and like a month later got bought out. It happened with it. I wish it happened with Saint Row, but in a way it kind of did, where it went from one company to another company. With Dead Island, it went to one company. So they hope it happens there, but if it doesn't, bro, we're missing out on that game. And we talked about it. We saw it last week, and we both were like, that game looks good. And if it's not coming out, it's trash, bro. The Xbox don't know what's going on. And I love Xbox, so it sucks because I'm spending all my video game money goes to the Xbox platform because of Game Pass. So I'm already downstairs playing on my Xbox. So if I'm going to buy a game, why not just buy it on my Xbox that's downstairs rather than on my PlayStation that's in the podcast room that, I barely have games on in the first place. I'm always on the Xbox. So Xbox cannot fumble, because then what the hell am I doing with all these games, bro? Like, everything's going to disappear. That's the problem with buying things digitally too. So, I could go on for hours, and Dro waited until the last minute to bring this story up because he knew I was passionate and I would talk too long. Dro knew, so he sabotaged me, and he wanted to talk about Lilo and Stitch and bullshit. Dro, I'm just playing.
It was such a good episode. I felt like I just got off a roller coaster. We was up, we were down, we went up, and then we went right back down.
And now we ended down. So on a good note, I'm watching Toy Story this weekend with my mama and my son. So Toy Story 5 on Thursday. We'll let you know. I put a review out. Go check out Realtor Reviews on Letterboxd, which I actually have to post a lot of my reviews on Letterboxd. I haven't done that in a couple movies. So go check that out when it comes out. Let you know if it's worth it. Dro, I believe, is going to go watch it again or going to try to watch it on Thursday as well. So yeah, that ended on good news. Toy Story. Bad Bunny's going to play a pizza.
My wedding anniversary is on Saturday, so your boy going to be out.
Congratulations. Go watch Toy Story with your wife. Because, that's exactly what she wants to do on the anniversary.
No, she bought it for sure.
For real. Nah. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, watching. Shout out to my uncle who's watching on the chat on YouTube. I love you, Theo. But anyways, y'all, until next time, go out there and
say the word.
Say the word. Peace out.